Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene set in Vampire Requiem. A Requiem for London. Another day, another night. It has been just under 24 hours since Rose escaped from Enfield with most of her skin intact. With the aid of a Carthian, a blood-hunted revenant, and her loyal ghoul. The bells have tolled again as it hits 4 p.m. The sun begins to set, and Rose awakens. And the first thing on her to-do list is to feed.
And she does.
Yes. The beast doesn't let you ignore it this time. It's at the back of your head. The migraine. It's like it's pounding against your skull. You can hear it speaking to you. It took on the voice of your father.
Oh, that was a bad choice. Yeah, no, she will feed till she's healed up what we discussed before scene and did our rolls for. And then when she stops, she'll get dressed, tidy herself up, have the food escorted from her room, look to the beast in her mirror, and go, bad fucking decision, and walk out.
Please sate yourself. It is not safe. It is not proper. You're doing yourself a disservice. Please do this for me. You are such a disappointment in life. Please do not disappoint me again.
She starts humming Living Dead Girl as she walks out of the club. She does not greet anyone before she walks out with phone and bag in hand. Which I'm sure her dear friend behind the counter, hearing what she's humming, knows what kind of night it's going to be. And I'm going to go as quickly as possible to temple because I need prayer in my life.
Well, where are you going?
Wherever I'm supposed to meet Sully. I assumed it was the Crone Andrastian temple.
Ah, yes. There are several. All generally well looked after.
I'll just it's easier. Just text Sully and be like, where you want to meet.
He gives you an address. When you look it up, it's one of the temples. It's in Barking. On the outside, on the sort of outermost side of London.
Well, I guess she'll go that way. Humming a song of between Living Dead Girl and something that sounds almost like Nirvana that she switches to before she switches back to her I'm going to fuck everything up angry song.
The actual location is a leisure centre. Just opposite a primary school.
She will actually take a moment to stare at the primary school, and then she will get out of the car and mutter, "This is not a safe location."
School is completely empty. Or at least it's emptying. By the time you get here, it's by the time you fed, it's It's about 5:30. Most people have left, other than janitorial staff and a few teachers that are staying behind and marking papers, but you assume they're there, you don't see anyone.
She'll keep the building out of the corner of her eye as she walks into the area Solly told her to meet him at.
You walk into the leisure center, and inside the leisure center is a spa. The spa itself is about to close for the evening. You're the last person to enter, as they're not taking anyone else.
She will simply text the words to Solly as she people watches hungrily. I'm here.
He doesn't text back, but one of the staff members approaches you. And they'll say, Miss Anson?
Yes.
I believe you are our final appointment for the evening.
Very good.
Right this way.
She'll follow her. She'll make the comment, has anyone ever told you you have a lovely complexion?
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Anson. I believe it's just one of the many perks of working at a spa. But you walk on down. She engages you in casual conversation, regardless of how invasive it may be. As you head down the stairs, you're not heading into any one of the rooms. You're heading into the storage.
Nice and deep underground, just the way Grandpa likes it.
Storage is not particularly large. It's the size of a shipping freighter, slightly wider.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not too small either.
But at the end, there's the grandsire, his two captives. One staked, the other is gagged and bound to the radiator. He'll turn to you and he'll say, place ain't mine, but it's not a place you'd I don't think the Sanctified would expect to look, so
She watches the woman, and if she leaves, she'll watch her leave. Still hungrily admiring her complexion, and she's like, yes, Grandpa, you're quite correct.
She looks back at you, ever so slightly nervous, but only a tad. She doesn't really seem to understand the full complexity of what's going on here.
She'll smile and wave at the woman as she leaves before joining Solly.
Yeah, you can thank the people for this one. Ain't my resources.
The good people. So, did you get any kind of answers out of him, or did you wait for me before you began?
I thought you might want to take your time with the guy who stuck a knife in you. I've been working
The deliciously greasy meal in the corner.
yeah, I've been working the fast food.
Mm.
Ain't gotten too much out of him.
If he proves useless, you can always send him home with me. I love a good, junk food night. It's
When you
not.
say that, the man makes a series of rapid, muffled sounds and struggles to break free of his bindings, but isn't able to. He's been bound quite thoroughly. Isn't just a bunch of cuffs to a radiator. Um, Large, thick chains have been employed over several parts of his body. They've tied his hands together. They've tied his ankles together. And they've wrapped it around several times. Um, Even a supernaturally strong individual would probably have a bit of trouble breaking out of this.
It's too bad I've already ate. Watching them squirm is kind of fun.
Yeah, isn't it like your favorite taste when people are terrified?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When they're calm and they're just talking like a rational person, that's when it gets boring.
I mean, they just, yeah, it tastes fucking stale, really.
It's
You
like
know,
a
they're,
it's like a dry steak with no salt.
yeah, it needs some passion to it, you know. It needs some of that, it needs some seasoning, spice.
Well, I guess we should get to the guy who stabbed me and didn't even take me to dinner first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, you stabbed each other.
At least he got stabbed twice. He only got me once. I'll take it.
Yeah. You do get a quick text from Siri. Um,
She'll check her phone.
Miss Anson, I saw you leave the building alone. Is anything the matter?
She'll text back, family matters, dear. I will be home soon. And she'll mutter the one side effect of a ghoul.
So you got one.
A little forcefully, but it worked. Now it's kind of creepy to wake up with her leaning over me.
You get used to it.
Yes. At least I made it evolve into a more respectable type of affection she has for me.
I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. She's going to walk over to the staked one and go, "Are you ready?"
Think of it chances to practice dominate.
Oh,
It
joy.
should be noted. It should be noted. His your staked captive is also bound.
I assumed as much.
But for safety, Sully puts his boot to his throat and levies takes out a revolver and levies it to his chest.
And with that, she will slowly pull the stake out.
Want to make me a quick Dex occult roll to see if you can pull it out
Okay.
enough so that they can speak but not move.
Sure. So my dex is a 2, my occult's a 4. So that's 5 dice for Nanika. Actually, that's 6 dice. 2 successes.
Okay. You manage to pull it out just enough so that he's able to speak without moving. His fingers twitch ever so slightly, but they move no more. And his first response upon being unstaked is to start screaming as if he's in immense pain.
I'm going to circle around till we're eye-to-eye contact, and I'm going to activate Dominate and be quiet.
Okay.
I will
He's a
do
kindred.
Yeah.
He's a kindred. So roll me your intelligence plus expression plus dominate -3.
Okay, so her intelligence is a 2, her expression is that, and her dominate's a 2 -3. Oh, it's going to be a chance die.
Wait, what? There's no way.
He's only got 2 intelligence and 2 dominate.
Wow.
Yeah. But ooh, I could spend one of her last 2 willpower on this. I'm gonna go ahead and just roll the chance die. It's more fun that way. 0 successes. Stupid dice generator, I can blame my bad luck on you. So that was a fell.
Yeah, he continues screaming as if like he's in the middle of hyperventilating. He's just going, I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you, fucking scum!
I guess try again with the different command of shut up.
Try again?
Yep. Again, just 1 dice. I'm sorry, I don't want to roll spend any of my last 2 willpower. God. She's embarrassing herself in front of her grandfather.
You fucking devil worshippers! We'll kill you! We'll kill all of you!
Oh, this on top of her father's voice is just a great night.
It is a cacophony of all the things you don't want to hear.
I'm so tempted to just take out the baton and hit him with it. Yeah, she's going to rub her face and mutter, both of you just shut up.
You whack him with the baton.
I'm thinking about it. With her, yeah, no, like with how low her shit is right now with willpower, she would probably lose her temper and hit him with the baton. Is it a lower difficulty since he's restrained?
Oh yeah, you don't even need to roll, you just freely hit him.
With all her strength, she is going to strike him across the jawline with that baton.
Oh man, you hear his jaw crack.
Are you ready for a civilized conversation now, sir? Oh,
he spits out some vitae.
She actually licks her lips at it.
Fuck you, you barbarous cur. We know what you did. We know what you are. It's only a matter of time now. My capture means nothing. The Crusaders know your face.
She looks at Sully and she goes, I love the fact he believes every little lie that's been planted in his head. It's all she says, laying her baton on any nearby surface. So, we're going to try this again. She walks back over to the gentleman. Would you like to answer the questions now? I mean, this is a much less respectful situation, but I'm going to have my conversation with you.
He spits at you. You can't scare a Nosferatu girl.
Oh, you're one of the pretty ones, she says with a sick smile.
You wager that the curse probably hasn't kicked in for him yet, which means his humanity is actually probably fairly steady. Either that, or he radiates a sort of palpable terror rather than just looking deformed. Some Nosferatu don't gain physical deformities, rather people just seemingly reject them out of nowhere.
She's going to close her eyes and inhale deeply for a moment, listen for a second to the beast so that it's appeased that it's being heard, even if she doesn't act on what it says. Because I'm sure it's saying something that would get her in a lot of trouble right now.
Rose, you must drink.
She's like chewing her lips. She goes, you're really lucky, Mr. Nosferatu. Because what my father's telling me to do to you right now is horrible.
Are you insane?
No, I'm just hungry.
Maybe it's just the devils you let into your head.
I have no devils in my head. Now you, who attack innocent people, if there's a devil, I would say he wears your face.
I didn't attack anyone.
Your people attacked innocents. People who were just celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, innocent children and women slaughtered. I'm sorry, but what else am I supposed to think of a murderer or a group of murderers?
Human sacrifices dare to talk about murder.
I don't do any human sacrifices, dear.
Oh, I guess you should ask your great-grandsire about that then.
She looks up to Sully.
So he's like shrugs and is like, I don't know. Just like stabs the foot on his throat. Doesn't say anything. He's sort of letting you do that. Do you just want me to put him out of his misery?
No. As annoying as he is, he might be more useful alive.
He doesn't look that useful.
Hypothetically speaking, do I look important or useful?
Well, you look a lot more important than he does.
Everybody has a role to play and a use in this world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but his apparently is, throwing Bibles at us, and, well, fuck him.
I agree throwing the Bibles at us is wrong. But do we really needlessly need to take a life that could easily be more important and useful alive?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, once we've gotten all we can out of him, he's of no value to us. I mean, remember that you got caught. If it was subtle, maybe we could have placed him back in, but that ain't happening now, is it?
That is true.
So unless he has an epiphany, I don't really see what's about to happen here, other than him giving us the deets and either bargaining with us, which he doesn't seem keen on doing, or us, well, putting the boot to his throat as he just like squeezes the foot against his throat even more to the point where Vitae just begins to, or blood just kind of begins to slowly trickle from his mouth. Um,
I don't think that's a good thing for me to see right now, Sully. She is literally just staring at the vase right now.
maybe it'll put some of God's very own fear into him then.
That is true, and he does look delicious.
Mm.
Look, you can either use your words to tell us, or I'll take what I want, knowledge-wise, from you.
Suddenly lifts his boot off Dole's neck, allows him to speak. What the fuck did you even pick me up for? I'm a fucking lick-spittle neonate. I'm a layman.
Oh, sweet boy. That's why. Do you know how many higher-ups talk in front of neonates like we don't hear? Surely you know something of what's going on. Why else would two crusaders, by the way, I'm pretty sure I killed one, come for a little neonate that could be easily replaced? You know something, or you have something they need.
You have him there. He takes a moment to speak, which sort of lets you know that, you're right. I haven't got anything. If you wanted something, you would have got it already.
She's going to try her chance dice of domination one time with the order tell the truth. She's going to end up frenzying at some point this week. Oh, holy shit!
It's a chance dice. So it's not a 10.
It's not, it's a 9.
Unfortunate. If it were a regular dice, it would have been a success. However, chance dice need to be 10s in order to be considered successes.
Ew. Fine.
You try and force it out of him again, and he says, you can't break me. You can't. You couldn't even kidnap me properly.
If you had just
Roll.
answered my question. Oh, I need to roll. What do I need to roll?
Just roll me your standard resolve plus composure, and remember you're at a -2 penalty because you're tempted.
Okay. I resolve plus. I want to make sure I heard you right. What was it?
Resolve plus composure -2 dice.
Okay, that's not a super bad roll. It could have been worse. 4 dice. 2 successes.
The beast reaches out to you again and says, are you going to let him speak to my daughter like that? Stand your ground! Show him who's in charge!
She's going to
take what you're owed from him.
Oh god. She's gonna listen just a little bit. How she's gonna do this is she's going to slowly act like she's looking down, like she the words have hit her really hard, and she's going to pull the stun gun out of her pocket and slam it against him at full power.
Oh, so you basically taser him. That's quite interesting. It doesn't really work in the same way it does on as it does on humans, but
I
it's
I
a
know
horrible shock.
it's still going to hurt him.
It does hurt.
He's going to feel the shock, but it's not going to do like actual physical damage. I know,
What do
unless
you,
I
what do
do
you,
it long enough to burn him. But I don't
what
want
do
to.
you, yeah, it won't burn him, it will just shock him. Yeah, fill him with a few dozen thousand volts full of electricity. Almost as if he's alive again. What do you say as you shock him?
Why don't you be a decent person and speak truths?
He screams as you as you taser him. And he will just say, "You want the truth? I know you erode your own souls for power."
My soul is perfectly fine.
Do you taser him again?
Yes, because at this point she's getting just a little bit sadistic.
Okay. Roll me manipulation plus intimidations. You're trying to get answers out of him. As you continue to shock him and ask and try and force the issue.
Her intimidation is not as high. That makes me sad.
Sully just takes a drag of a cigarette.
I love its response. I hope that wasn't an important roll. 0 successes.
Oh dear. You continue to shock him. The wounds from the stun gun. You can smell the blood. You could taste it.
I'm kind of tempted to have her taste a small bit with her finger, like wipe some off and taste it. But I'm pretty sure she'll get her ass whipped by her grandfather.
Depends on how much you taste. Taking a point of vitae risks vitae addiction.
That is true.
And you will be undergoing a bond, but it'll be a first step. And considering what's going to happen to this guy, probably isn't a major concern to you. But you could take a thimful of his blood and taste it to discern details about him.
That is true. She's in fact going to sit the stun gun down and show that her hands are empty to the guy. And she's smiling as sweetly as she can to him. She goes, I don't like violence. I'm sorry that I had to hurt you. And then she's going to take her fingers and wipe it across his vitae that he's had come out of him. She's going to look him in the eye as she does it too. And I will make a roll if you require one.
So to discern the details of the blood, can learn quite a lot. So it's a wits plus composure check. And you are, well, you're not quite hungry. The blood is fresh, it's just wits plus composure.
Okay. Her wits is a 2. Her composure is a 3, so 5 dice. 4 successes and 1 to 10.
Not quite an exceptional success. You can discern basic details from the blood. So you learn of their clan. You learn that they're quite young. They've only been around for perhaps a decade or so at most. You detect no drugs in the blood. It lacks that sort of that particular taste. His blood is quite clean. There are no diseases and poisons. You haven't tasted his blood before. And, well, it's quite far removed from your own blood.
She'll
It does have how to put it. There is the taste of fear in it.
She looks at him and smiles. You think
he feeds from scared people.
Are you hungry? Because your friend over there just smells delicious right now. The terrified guy that's against the restraints against the wall. You know, I could bring him over here and arrange a meal for you.
His face scrunches. He looks at you so angrily. It's that sort of angry impotence. That sort of person who wants to do something about a situation but knows they can't do anything about it.
She's going to repeat back everything she got from the blood to Sully where he can hear in front of him. And he feeds off people who are scared. Sickening.
Yeah. You know, for all they teach us shame, the clergy's pretty shameless themselves.
You think he's one of those Catholics who whips themselves in redemption? I mean, that's how the priest...
We are the necessary evil. You are just evil.
She starts laughing. And how am I evil? What have I done that's evil? Would you like to taste and know my secrets? And she offers him one of her fingers. I mean, after all, I've already traced your blood. It's only fair. She's smirking at Sully as she says this to the prisoner.
I'm going to have him make a check because he is a bit hungry. And he has his own beast. Ooh.
Did he fail his roll?
Oh, yeah. He snaps at your finger and takes a blood.
Oh, she'll let him. She's smiling as she watches him do it. Because she has an idea here. And I'm pretty sure Sully's catching on to what her idea is.
He bites into your palm. You can feel him drain blood. And then almost as soon as... And then within seconds, he realizes what he's doing. And he goes, no! Fuck!
She just smiles at him. She goes, weren't you hungry?
I won't let you do this to me.
I was just trying to be helpful. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I listened to lass. I'm not nearly as polite.
See,
you already know that.
To be bluntly honest, before you woke up, me and my friend here, she motions to Sully, had a little conversation. He wants to kill you. I don't like killing people. I honestly think you're much more interesting alive, and we should all be able to get along. Let's just say it's a way of paying back all those years in Catholic school.
We aren't Catholic.
You might as well be with how much of an asshole that's judgmental you are without even knowing anything about us. Have you ever sat down and talked to any of us longer than this without being caught? Have you ever been to any of our get-togethers?
Roll me your manipulation plus persuasion.
Oh, I will. Let me just finish. It's just like, have you ever seen us doing any of our work? And I will roll now. My manipulation plus persuasion. I'm also really trying to gain trust here with him. I don't think it's working though.
Yeah, just roll me your manipulation plus persuasion -2 dice because he's obviously hostile to you. But you have a one-step bond over him, so something.
Yeah, because that puts it down to 1 dice because she only has 3 total. I really need XP. I guess I'll take a dramatic failure because it just said ask for a dramatic failure. You know you want to.
Why are you only rolling 1 dice?
You said -2. I've only got.
But you were going to get a bonus from your blood bond.
Oh yeah, like you said. Yeah, hold on. I will reset that then.
So roll. You get 1 dice. You get a +1 dice bonus at the first stage.
Okay, so 2 dice. Still a fucking fell. Fucking dice roller hates me. Every time we game together, it tries to fuck me over. Okay. I failed that manipulation persuasion, but that's okay. I'm cool.
Do you go to dramatic fail or just fail?
Just the normal fail.
Okay, he's not very convinced. The Dogmore is strong in this one.
Yeah. You want to know where most of my money goes? It goes to schools, domestic violence shelters. Yeah, I run a nightclub. Woohoo! I work in entertainment. But that money can be taken from lesser evils and put to greater goods.
You don't get it. You call us Catholic because you're trying to equivocate yourselves to us. Because we don't believe in a mortal faith like you people do. We don't do that because we're not mortals.
Forgive me. I want to believe there's a bigger plan and reason for existing out there. Because I want to think there's a reason I'm the way I am and you're the way you are.
There's a difference. We follow Longinus.
She's put her.
We serve as the wolves to keep people honest, to make sure that they're good. Your faith, the reason it remains the same is because it's just there to control people. That's the big difference. That's why it didn't change. That's why none of it changed when you got embraced. The only difference is that magic.
My faith.
And I see what it does to you. I see what it does to all of you.
And what does it do to us? Do tell. Besides, give me the power to protect people who were in situations when I needed protecting as a mortal, and no one was there for me. So
ask those who fled your elders' atrocities. As a reason you died out once.
My elders' atrocities. So you judge all of us on a bunch of assholes who aren't even alive anymore.
You hear that? She thinks the priests and priestesses are assholes.
She looks at Sully. You're the biggest asshole I know. She just says it plain and factly to him. Dad says it also.
It kind of wipes the smile off his face. Yeah. Sorry, kid. You're fucked.
Mm.
But you know what? We're willing to give you a couple minutes to reconsider your position. Even I'm not that much of an asshole. And as she says, I'm an asshole. He motions to walk out the storage.
Yeah, she'll get up.
With him.
She'll collect her belongings and she'll follow Sully out. She'll even wave with the saddest face she can muster in her hunger right now goodbye to the man, because that's the first Nosferatu she's met.
So, man, you're really bad at dominating. Unless he's like really thick-blooded and I'm not seeing it, but
I don't know. I feel like I'm starving and I've literally fed 3 times.
oh fuck, maybe it's a curse.
Yeah, especially since I'm hearing my father's voice in my head telling me to eat you. It's taking everything I have right now to ignore him.
To be fair, sometimes my sire wants me to eat you, but there you go.
Oh, I'm not talking my sire. I'm talking the senator, my father.
Yeah, I know. I mean the same thing. I know what's in your head.
Yeah. I'm literally tempted to take that Nosferatu home with me at this point.
I mean, I don't really give a fuck. But we need info out of him. And
I do.
Whatever you're doing ain't working.
That is true. I mean, I could put the knife to his neck and act like I'm going to cut it and see what he says, but I don't think he's going to react much like my mortal prisoners have acted.
I think, you know, he was terrified of being bound to you. Maybe try and keep tension him with the blood. I don't think he likes that. I think he's a bit scared, actually.
Honestly, if I could get him bloodbound to me, we could have a reason to keep him alive.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, you know, the Sanctified is still going to be looking for him. Like, they're going to know. As soon as he comes back, they're going to have him, they're either going to have him tested or they're just going to crucify him and call it a night.
Oh, we won't let him go right away. I mean, if we deal with the assholes that are in the Lancia Sanctum leading it right now, we wipe out the ones we need to wipe out, who know I took him or he was even missing, and then we send him back.
No, you don't get it. You drew the attention of fucking Crusaders. That means everyone in the upper layer of the Sanctum knows you just tipped off their fucking SWAT team.
She puts both hands on both sides of his face, like one hand against each cheek, like she's holding his face.
Like you tipped off their law enforcement. They're not, you know, you can't just kill a couple of, and even if it were that simple, you're talking about killing some of the most powerful fucking soldiers they have. Even I wouldn't do that. Even I wouldn't walk up to one of their fucking compounds. That'd be a fucking nightmare.
She's slowly pulling his face closer, tilts his head, kisses him on the forehead, and goes, Grandpa, just kill everybody else and replace everyone with him.
What?
That sounded a little violent. No, for some reason the idea popped into my head. Why don't we just get rid of all the Sanctum that are there? We have one we can keep alive. Get rid of the others. It's not that hard if we make enough allies out of all the groups they've pissed off.
I mean, that's what we're trying to do, but it's not that simple. It's a work in progress. Like, yeah, that's the big picture. That's what we're doing. That's literally what we're doing in Enfield. That's why I sent you there, to help us secure it and take out some of their assets.
I took out one of their assets, she says with a smile. What's one less crusader against you guys?
I mean, you don't know if they're dead or not. In fact, if they're a crusader, they probably barely even felt it. Because that's how fucking... Again, even I wouldn't go up one-on-one against those guys, because those guys are fucking crazy.
Well, to be fair, he didn't get out of the vehicle like the woman, so... She gives a thumbs up to Sully.
Didn't she, like, chase down your car or some shit, though?
She chased it down and ripped the top of it open, and then stabbed through Jeff to get to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other guy was probably, like, I don't know, like him, but, like, probably older and more scary, because this guy's a fucking wimp. He's a fucking bitch. Look, I think, if you can get him, maybe, yeah.
If I could blood bond him more, then he couldn't resist our questions also.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it really comes, if it's really necessary, I'll just dominate him. I'll just be really disappointed in you.
I mean, I could always try again. You did say I needed the practice.
Yeah, I mean, look, do you really want me, of all people, saying I'm very disappointed
She's
in you?
immediately walking back in the room with the guy now. As she says, I already hear that enough every day from father.
Yeah, do you really, do you, do I need to be your dad, Rose?
She
Does
stops.
Daddy need to tell you off?
No, she stops halfway back to the Nosferatu, turns around, looks at Sully and goes, Daddy, and keeps walking.
It's such a disappointment in life.
Fuck you. Walks over to the Nosferatu.
Actually.
And she's holding the bloody hand out again. Right underneath his nose where he can smell it.
Oh, God. He does not enjoy that at all.
He doesn't need to enjoy it. He just needs to take a nice high-level blood bond to me.
Okay, well, the blood bond occurs over separate nights, but you're putting him at serious risk of addiction.
That's perfectly fine. I don't care because I don't know what's going to happen to him after we're done having him be useful to us.
He stifles a scream as he takes another chunk of vitae out of you. This will put you down a full vitae.
That's fine.
Puts you down to 4, so you are hungry now.
I'm going to take my hand back after he's taken a full vitae, smile at him and go, so, why are there crusaders in town?
They've always been here.
You have any questions for him? She says to Sully.
No, it depends on how cooperative he's going to be.
I'm sure he'll be nice enough to answer some questions, she says, patting him on the shoulder. And without cutting anything off of him.
Yeah, I mean, you are very tasty, He's, I think a bit of tit for tat would be, would be a nice change of pace. A bit of vitae for a few answers.
Yes, she's moved over to the guy off to the side, and she's like stroking his face with her bloody hand.
I don't want none of your blood. Stop fucking giving it to me.
I was actually thinking instead of my blood, sharing this with you. And she's going to like shake the guy a little.
No. Stop it.
Maybe you should talk to us then.
Stop it! Roll me manipulation plus intimidation.
Okay. Can I have a bonus?
You can have a bonus. You're tempting him with vitae addiction and his own associate. That makes him feel pretty horrific. That's pretty terrifying to him. So yeah, take a +2 dice bonus.
Oh, thank you. 3 successes.
Ooh, yeah.
She actually, like, at this point has licked the side of the neck of the greasy-haired man.
Stop it. Stop it, please. Look, I don't have anything to tell you. He doesn't have anything to tell you. He knows nothing.
See, if he doesn't talk, though, I can always just taste on his blood what's going on. Because he's just a normal person. Who's going to protect him? And she's like petting his hair,
He
stroking
doesn't
his
know
head.
anything. He's just a fucking bystander. Let him go.
If I let him go, what are you going to do for us?
Look, please, if you let him go and stop feeding me your fucked up witch blood.
I mean, it didn't taste any worse than yours, dear.
Just don't. Just don't.
How about we make a deal? I'll let him go tonight, but you're going to stay and you're going to talk honestly with us. And I promise no one will hurt him.
If there's so much a hair out of place, I'll kill you myself. I'll fucking kill you.
You have a deal. Sully, can you please, associate, remove these chains and such from him?
No, that won't be necessary, love. He just grabs him and then just casually drags him, and just as he just drags him, the chains just snap off the radiator.
I guess while I talk to our associated, you let him free. Make sure he's safe to go back out into the public.
Yeah,
She just smiles at Sully.
fucking hell.
And she's then going to crouch down in front of the Nosferatu, so they're face to face.
He kind of looks partially away from me. It's kind of strange to see a Nosferatu scared of somebody.
Hi. So now that all the disgusting, vile parts that I hate of this situation are out of the way, can we talk now? Or should I bring you some food first? Something besides this. And she holds up the bloody hand.
Shivers when you hold it up. Just get it over with.
What are you all up to that you know of? Why are you all picking a war with anyone and everyone?
Anyone and everyone?
Do you know how many people come into my club complaining that they've been attacked by Sanctum members and they're not even crones?
I already told you. I already fucking told you. You started a storm. You got a dozen fucking people killed just to fuck with our domain, just to fuck with Camden.
That wasn't us, dear.
Yeah? Well, everybody I know who's even remotely competent at magic with the sight, they know where that shit came from. It came from you. It might not have been you, but it came from somebody that was with you. We're not foolish. We're not idiots.
She's petting his cheek with the bloody hand now. It's almost like a motherly touch, like she would do with her ghoul. Dear, I'm telling you, we want to know where the storm came from just as bad. I sense the dice. Yeah, I'm actually going through my notes trying to remember why I captured this guy.
Oh no, I just grabbed him, just standing there.
I remember there were a bunch of fucking questions I wanted to ask him, and I can't fucking remember which one was the most important out of my notes. Okay, so tell me about the accounting firm in Enfield. Is it sad that that's not what I thought was the most important in her list of notes?
God damn it. Look, we were just...
You're not the only sanctum that's been
look,
there.
I'm the only one that goes there. I'm just an intermediary for some of the priests, because they can't be everywhere at once. So, my job is I look after some of the monetary assets for the Sanctified, and a few slush funds get ran through that firm. You can roll wits empathy if you want.
Oh, I am. And I doubt gaining trust applies to this, so it will be regular dice, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Once
Okay, you succeed. He's being honest, but at the same time, he's not giving you the most deets. Like, he can give you more.
her finger is slowly moving closer to the corner of his mouth. You're leaving something out, dear.
Look, I run it, okay? I just run it.
She's gonna dab some of her blood just on his.
No, I'm telling you the truth. The Sanctified, look, it's not where all we're not idiots. We don't put all of our money there, but there's a fair amount of it, and I make sure it'll run smoothly. That's what I do. That's my job.
So you're definitely gonna be good friends with me later. I could use an accountant, she says with a smile to him before she stands up.
I'm not an accountant. I just make sure the accountants do their fucking job, and make sure they keep me informed.
She kind of winks at him as she says that. Shh. I need to go talk to Sully now. I'll get you some dinner brought down too. And she'll go into the hallway, away from his ears. Did you hear, or should I repeat?
Nah, repeat it to me. I've been busy, fucking this guy's head up.
Yeah, the firm he's basically the boss. He runs the money for Lancia and Sanctum through some slosh funds.
Ah, fuck. Illegal shit. It's right up my alley.
Yeah.
So
I'm calling him the accountant for now as a code word for when we're around other people. But that's not actually what he does. She says, giving him a thumbs up.
I mean, he's a nos. What they do is they scare people. So he make sure people are put in line. He's basically glorified muscle, really.
She kind of looks a little upset. She goes, I kind of feel bad because I think he's terrified of me now.
Fuck yeah, he should be.
I don't want people terrified of me. Maybe respect me a little bit, but I don't want them terrified.
Sometimes fear is respect.
If you say so. Now, I did promise him we would get him something to eat that wasn't me, though.
Well, I mean, I exist.
I don't think that's a good idea. Let's play nice, get him a rabbit or a nice girl from upstairs, and then...
A rabbit? What the fuck? Actually, quick note, the hare's considered a sacred animal, I think.
I don't think to address the culture. I think that's a different goddess.
In Andraste culture, I think it's I think the hare is actually an important
Hold on,
animal.
because I don't remember that. I'm looking that up now.
Yeah, I'm having to look it up now.
I am not digging through my fucking books. No, I don't see anything about the rabbit for her. I do see something for the goddess Oster with a rabbit.
Oh, apparently Boudica did something with a hare. That's where I got it from. Part of a
Okay.
rite of propitiation.
It's a common animal. Or get him a cat or a dog or something, just not enough to heal to full strength.
I mean, yeah. Nazis are pretty tough. Surprised he hasn't made more of a... I mean, I guess he's staked, but still, he can move his head around. I thought he would have tried doing something, but nah.
She kind of just holds up the bloody hand at this point. I think for the most part he's going to be decent, especially since we promised nothing would happen to his human friend. I'm going to go find my own food now and I guess go deal with Miss Sand and get her out of the way.
Yeah, you learn more about those slush funds, all right? I want to know what particular accounts.
Know any Nosferatu I can talk about accounting with?
No, I mean get out of him. If he's running this whole operation, then he should know what funds they're using, what accounts.
Okay.
What shell companies they're using, etc., etc. We know more about that, the more he can use that to either blackmail the Sanctum or just take it from them.
I would vote just take it from them, since they're pretty much teaching their neonates to hate and blame us for every little thing, she says.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm going to get out of here. I'm sure if you ask him any questions, he'll respectfully answer. I would probably restake him, though, after he eats. Love you. I'm going to go shut Dad up now. And Rose is going, for the first time, not to feed in her nightclub. She's going to go somewhere and find food at a different bar or pub or something. Because she's not going all the way back to her club before she eats.
Wow. You go to a club in Westminster. Actually, no, great place to go hunting. It's called the Nightshade Club.
Oh, God.
Basically, it's actually a cyberpunk club and a known Elysium. Although one is free to use their disciplines on mortals however they wish, just not on the local kindred. A very easy place to hunt. Find a meal. How do you go about hunting?
She's going to switch up the shades of her makeup so she fits in a little more, because social chameleon. And she's going to like mess her hair up and make it look a little more punkish. Unbutton her jacket so it's like her punk style corset underneath. And she'll go on in, and at first she'll hit the dance floor and she'll dance around until she finds someone willing to dance with her. After a while of dancing, she will try to get them to go to a nice dark corner, secluded, out of view with her for shenanigans.
Okay. That would be, well, seduction. So it would be presence plus persuasion.
Okay. So 3. Alright, she gets 4 dice. Two successes.
Okay, yeah, you're able to pick up somebody, there's a lot of people who are, there's a lot of people around, and they're all, and you don't find it very hard to pick someone up?
So, I'm going to heal my 1 bashing, 1 lethal now. And I'm gonna take that.
Before you do that,
I know, I gotta do a frenzy roll.
You are very hungry. So
I need to roll my willpower, I believe.
Resolve
My
plus
current.
composure minus 2 from the tempted.
Okay, so 3.
Oh, no, so I think it might. Yeah, it's minus 2.
And it was originally 6, so that'd be 4 dice now.
Oh no, no wait, it's minus 3 now because you started off a scene of minus 2 because of the you had to.
Yeah, because of the feeding
And
earlier.
you're hungry. That's a minus 5 penalty.
-5?
Yeah. The minus is stacked. So you have minus 3 from your tempted condition. And you
Okay.
have minus 2 because you're hungry.
So I have a chance dice.
No, because you have. If you're reduced to a single dice, it's still a standard dice. If you're reduced to no dice, then it's a chance dice.
Okay, so it's just roll 6 and
You can spend willpower to gain an additional dice per willpower spent.
oh, I still only have 2 willpower though. Oh, no, I'm not going to.
Oh my god, okay.
I hate to do that. I want to spend the willpower, but I know something worse is gonna happen if I get down to 1 willpower.
I mean, willpower is purely used in this system for expenditure.
I know.
People don't roll against the difficulty of your willpower or anything like that. They roll against static things like your resolve plus your composure.
I guess I'll spend 1 willpower.
Okay, you'll get an additional dice and you'll get a turn to fight with your beast, which may give your victim, if you fail, a moment to get away from you.
Okay, so her total dice before any reductions, adding that.
Actually, sorry, I'm being bad. So you would have 2 dice, and then you will get, and this is actually a good thing.
Okay. Like, I was just about to start doing the math and calculate what I was actually supposed to roll, and then you said,
wow. You actually gain 4 dice.
Wait, why?
That is a good question. Something that may become apparent when you make your roll. So you will have, if you spend the willpower, you will have 6 dice. So you'll be back up to your regular.
Yeah, okay, let's do this. 2 successes, and they're 10s.
Okay, you hold the beast back again. But it's so difficult. It's every time you've had to do this.
Oh,
It's
this
like every time it beats against a cage, one of your ribs snap. It's almost out. You know you can't hold it off much longer. If this happens again, you're going to frenzy. You know it.
I'm literally now going to feed and heal my damage, and I want to get my Vate. I think I can only take 2 points of Vate from him.
Safely, yeah.
So I'm going to take 2.
Okay, that'll bring you up to 6.
Okay. Edit.
Dude has an amazing time. He asks for your number. His name's Mike. He absolutely wants to do this again.
You know what? She will give her cell phone number to him because he could be useful for Mills in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And she will alter his memory where they just had a nice romantic time in the corner and nothing supernatural happened before she starts to leave the club to go.
The kiss inherently clouds one's memory, so they don't remember it as what actually happened. You don't actually need to dominate him.
Oh, no, then I'm good. I was just making sure my steps were covered there, but cool, that works. I played in some games where it didn't work like that, so thank you.
Yep. Second edition is nice about that.
Yeah, no, she's going to start getting ready to leave. She'll make sure there's no other kindred around as she leaves, though, because she's a little paranoid right now.
Yeah, in spite of the fact that your beast is close to bursting, everything feels so much calmer and more serene here. You didn't really notice it when you entered the building, but now that you've had to face your beast, despite how hard it should have felt, despite how close you are to losing control, it doesn't feel like you are.
She's actually going to stop and look around a little confused at the moment.
You don't perceive anything, but this place feels safe to you. It feels secure, serene, and even a little bit cozy. You feel relaxed here, and it's as if your beast is more sedate than it otherwise would be.
Do the staff have a tip jar in this club like at mine?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to put a couple bills in it, too, to be nice on her way out. Because she'll be back. She likes this filling.
Yeah. As you head out, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
She's going to stop and slowly look back.
There is no one there, but they will say to you, "Well, that was a bit of a close call, my dear."
And who might you be?
Why, I am offended. I believe we had a meeting planned.
Ah, Miss Sand, I was just about to go find you.
Is Miss Shade.
Oh, Miss Shade. For some reason, I thought her name was Sand.
Get my friends is a bitch.
How are you, Miss Shade?
Absolutely delightful. May I help you with anything? Or are you just here for a snack?
I just needed...
Do you need more? I am happy to provide.
I don't think that would be a good idea in polite society, ma'am.
No. A polite society always ensures that their citizens are sated.
Well, I guess I could have a glass with you while we discuss this business you wanted to speak of.
Yes, it is. I believe it is quite fitting of the subject matter.
I can sense all the McCat players screaming, "What you doing now?"
Well, if you would please, my dear, she will walk you on up to the top floor. There are actually more kindred in here. There are kindred throughout the place. This place is very popular for kindred to feed. There's several kindred feeding here.
She'll kind of watch him as she goes by. Not like a openly staring, just a like side eye of, so that's a nice way to do it.
So, she'll walk you up to a VIP room. One of the empty ones. There are several. There's a mini bar, some tables, soft seats.
She will wait till her hostess takes a seat before she sits, similar to how you would not sit till the queen had sat.
She will note your politesse and will take a seat on one of the long, soft sofas. She'll urge you to take a seat either opposite her or next to her.
She will go opposite. Because it is, after all, business meeting. She's not here for pleasure or social graces.
Now, as I'm sure you're aware, my dear, actually, could I get you a drink?
A small one, yes, please.
She will look to the door silently. Within about half a minute, someone will enter the room. two people. Looks like one of the security has escorted Sona up the stairs. She does actually ask you what your tastes are. Age range, blood type, hair color,
I,
gender.
I prefer males to feed on, and generally any mid-20s or older I prefer.
She'll get you someone over 65. She won't do that. She fetches someone, and security escorts looks to be a man in his mid-20s, quite nice looking, casually dressed, curly brown hair, thin stubble.
Oh, well, isn't he just a treat?
He looks around. He's quite. This isn't really the situation he was expecting, but you can feel the beast within the keeper. You can see it reaches out, and you understand the sensation as the beast lashing out at someone.
Rose
And
make a note and then close her eyes to deal with probably her own beast screaming.
your beast wants this person on a silver platter. Wants them right now. It's been so hungry. It's still hungry. It wants to be fed. It's gonna be fed.
You'll get it. Wait your turn.
She lashes out, but then, and the man's expression becomes very animated. Wanton, lustful. And she directs him towards you. And he'll take a seat next to you. He'll wrap an arm around you as if it's the most natural thing in the world. And there is a very, very easy and spacious opening for you to sink your fangs into them. It is simple.
She's not going to resist the feeding. She is literally just going to lean over like she's going to kiss him on the cheek and then sink her fangs in.
Your beast leaps at the opportunity. It is almost instinctive. And you take your fill of them. You can bring your blood pool back up to 8.
Oh, yay. But I feel like this is going to be so used as blackmail against me later.
The man is dazed. He's lost in the moment, in the ecstasy of a kiss. And then, with a snap of her fingers, security guard will escort the man away.
She'll pull one of her cloth napkins from her bag and clean her face up, reapply her purple lipstick, and then look towards Miss McHead Keeper and be like, all right, Miss Shade. We really should get down to business, though, shouldn't we?
Yes, of course. My apologies for the rough nights you've had.
Just a normal rough and tumble of the nightlife.
An accurate, if very indirect way of putting it, yes.
Yes. I mean, you can't help when trouble shows up at your club. You just have to deal with it.
Yes. I very much empathize and understand the feeling. As one who, well, has more or less a monopoly in the entire hospitality sector, it is very engaging and kept very busy. We are not very careful creatures.
I mean, we can only try to be so careful, but there's bound to be someone who can see over our careful little walls. You can only build a tower and its walls so tall.
Yes. Perhaps, then, if I could offer to be your tower.
Are you offering a contract of union, then, of sorts between us?
In a sense, I would provide you with a measure of security. In return, you provide me with a very simple thing. A thing I can provide you with, but it needs to be filtered.
Well, before I agree to anything, I need to know your terms and conditions but bluntly.
Ooh. I must admit, I do dislike being blunt. I find it robs the conversation of its flavour. It's often quite rude as well. I
I
find
know
they're quite synonymous with each other.
she'll smile at her. Miss Shade, I understand, but unless I know exactly what you need, I can't agree to this.
Very well. Then, to be blunt, I have little problem with the continued existence of your club. It is novel, quaint, even. However, there are certain expectations of me, and I have certain requirements. In return for your willful cooperation and a regular blood tax to be called upon at my discretion, I will allow your club to continue to persist for as long as you desire it to. I may even throw in an odd investment or gala here and there. Although I must admit that such events tend to depend on my mood. I will admit I can be quite fickle at times.
Yes, I'm sure we all can. We are ladies of the evening, though. Well, I will tell you I will think on it, but I've had a very long night, Miss Shade. Can I give you my direct answer in a night or two? You still there?
No, she waits.
Huh.
She just kind of stares at you for a moment, almost as if she's gauging on whether you want to continue down that course of conversation.
I mean, she's smiling. She doesn't. Rose does not seem upset. She just seems exhausted. Because, I mean, she is being honest for the most part. She has had a very long night.
Well, I would be more than happy to allow you a night to think it over. However, I would request an answer be given post haste.
Of course, I would never wish to delay your busy schedule too much.
Well, if you do not wish it, I hope then you will accept, as I'd be quite busy if you were to decline, but that is neither here nor there.
Well, then, I shall see you when I return with my answer. Have a good evening, Miss Shade.
Have a good evening, Miss Anson.
She's gonna get up and pick up her bag and start to leave.
Oh, and do be careful with that shotgun. It is. I would recommend getting a license.
There is a license, but thank you for the warning.
Ah, there was a license.
Goodbye. She's going to leave. And as soon as she's in her car with the doors and windows up and shut, she's going to punch the top of her steering wheel and yell, "Fucking bitch."
And I think that is where we can end our scene.
Yes.
Actually, no. There is one last thing. There is one last little thing.
Oh God, is Jackie going to be in the back of her car?
No, there is one last thing. When you return to your club, there is someone waiting for you.
Oh, who is it?
Why, it is your most loyal chief of security.
Oh. She will actually smile and motion her to the office and give her 1 point of latte, since I'm back
Okay.
at school.
So, well, you're 8, I think.
Yeah,
Alright.
8 is my max latte right now.
Yeah. So, Siri sees you and she immediately goes, Miss Anson, good to see you again.
She'll smile and go, "Come up to the office."
Of course.
And when they're in the office, she will use the same hand she gave the Nosferatu to give Siri a little bit of latte, which is $1.
You just take a knife, cut open your palm, and
Yep.
She takes your hand as gently as she can. She begins to drink. As soon as the vitae hits her lips, she falls to her knees, and you can hear her drink and swallow your vitae in ravenous gulps. She does not stop until you close the wound.
Yeah, no. I close the wound as soon as she has 1 point. I don't let her take more than that. And I then send her back to her work and tell her I will be resting in my office for the rest of the night. And if the gentlemen show up, then send them up to a VIP room. Other than that, I'm good for the night.
She licks your hand clean and stands up straight. Says, "Yes, Miss Anson, of course. I'll make sure you are not disturbed."
And with that, the scene can end.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.